Welcome to the special Mayor's Minutes. Joining me is Mike Johnson, the Executive Director of the Northwest Suburbs Cable Communication Commission. A few timely things to tell people about right now, but first, Mike, for a little perspective, what is the Northwest Suburbs Cable Communication Commission?
Dave, in a nutshell, it's a joint powers organization made up of 9 communities in the Northwest Suburbs that oversees the cable franchise agreement. So basically it's Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, Crystal, Golden Valley, Maple Grove, New Hope, Osseo, Plymouth and Robbinsdale.
Let's talk a little bit about the franchise renewal. That's one of the big timely things that's happening. What is that? Why should people pay attention?
It's important because the franchise renewal, this has been a 3.5-year process. We started it quite a long time ago, and we're finally coming to the end. The actual original franchise agreement, which was a 15-year agreement, ended last December. We've extended it a couple times to get through the renewal process, but we're going to vote and we'll be talking about the public hearing on September 18th on this franchise renewal. And this is to grant a 10-year agreement for the cable company, which is currently Comcast, and/or future cable company to operate for 10 years in the Northwest Suburbs.
You mentioned the September 18th date. That is a public hearing. Public is certainly invited. Why would a person want to attend? Why is that so important?
Well, that is the meeting where they're actually the board, the commission, the cable commission is voting on the franchise itself. And so if anybody wanted to have any, comments, so forth and so on, there's been a lot of work done ahead of time with doing needs assessment and phase and negotiating with the cable company. But this is where it all comes to a head in a final vote.
Okay. Changing gears, if that's not enough to work on, there's another big issue that's to be worked on now, transfer of ownership of the cable company. What is happening? We're hearing things about Comcast and others. What is the latest affects our area?
That's a good question, Dave. We're kind of in an unprecedented time. I mean, most people are probably aware that Comcast and Time Warner are talking about a merger. Right. It's a $46 billion merger. In order for Comcast to go through this merger, they need to give up some of their systems. So they're willing to give up systems within the Midwest. Basically, all the systems they own and operate in Minnesota would be going to another company. That company would be Midwest Cable. Midwest Cable would hire Charter to manage the system. And again, the Cable Commission would vote or grant this transfer of ownership at the meeting on the 18th as well.
Okay, so as far as the time frame, things happen at the same time. For the end result for the customer, what has Comcast or Charter been saying? Would there be a big effect for the customer?
There really shouldn't be a big effect at all. I mean, they're pretty much going to have a lot of the same programming and systems. Down the road, I think customers are going to see some more competition with cable companies, and that's something we can, we'll keep an eye on.
Sounds like a good idea to have this guy back. Mike, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, Dave.
If you want more information about it, nwsccc.org, the place to find it. Thanks, Mike.